What is the beginning of existence? The beginning of existence, also known as the origin of the universe, is a topic of ongoing debate and scientific research. According to current scientific understanding, the universe began with the Big Bang, a massive explosion that occurred approximately 13.8 billion years ago. This explosion is believed to have created all the matter and energy in the universe, as well as space and time themselves. Alternative theories such as the steady-state theory and the oscillating universe theory have been proposed but are not widely accepted by the scientific community. The question of how the universe began is still an open question, and ongoing research in cosmology and physics is aimed at understanding the origin and evolution of the universe. First of all, to understand what the universe is made of, we need to understand what is matter and energy. So what is matter and energy? Matter is the physical substance that makes up all things in the universe, including objects and living organisms. It is made up of atoms, which are the basic building blocks of matter. Atoms are composed of protons, neutrons, and electrons. Matter can exist in different forms, such as solids, liquids, and gases, and can change from one form to another through processes such as melting, freezing, and evaporation. Energy is the ability to do work. It is a property of matter and can take many forms, such as thermal energy, kinetic energy, potential energy, and electromagnetic energy. Thermal energy is the energy of motion of atoms and molecules in a substance. Kinetic energy is the energy an object has due to its motion. Potential energy is the energy an object has due to its position or state. And electromagnetic energy is the energy associated with electric and magnetic fields. The law of conservation of energy states that energy cannot be created or destroyed, but can only be transformed from one form to another. In the context of the universe, both matter and energy are important building blocks of the universe. They are related by the famous equation E=mc², which states that energy and matter are interchangeable and that the amount of energy in a system is equal to the amount of mass multiplied by the square of the speed of light. What are atoms? Protons and neutrons? An atom is the basic unit of matter that makes up all elements. Atoms are made up of three types of subatomic particles: protons, neutrons, and electrons. Protons are positively charged particles that are found in the nucleus, or center, of an atom. The number of protons in an atom's nucleus determines what element the atom is. For example, all atoms with 6 protons in their nucleus are carbon atoms, while atoms with 8 protons are oxygen atoms. Neutrons are neutral particles, no charge, that also reside in the nucleus of an atom. The number of neutrons in an atom can vary, and atoms with the same number of protons can have different numbers of neutrons. These atoms are called isotopes of the element. Electrons are negatively charged particles that orbit the nucleus in shells or energy levels. The number of electrons in an atom is always equal to the number of protons in the nucleus, so atoms are neutral overall. Electrons are responsible for chemical reactions and bonding between atoms. In summary, atoms are the basic building block of matter. They are composed of protons, neutrons, and electrons. Protons and neutrons are located in the nucleus and are responsible for determining the properties of the element, and electrons are responsible for chemical reactions and bonding. What are time and space? Time is a concept that measures the duration of events and the sequence in which they occur. Time can be measured in seconds, minutes, hours, days, and so on. It is considered as an independent dimension, and it is often described as having a flow or arrow that moves in one direction, from the past through the present to the future. Space is the three-dimensional area that surrounds us, and all matter exists within it. It is often described as the stage in which physical events occur. It is considered as an independent dimension, and it has properties such as distance and shape. In modern physics, time and space are considered to be intertwined and part of a four-dimensional space-time continuum, where the three dimensions of space and one dimension of time are combined into a single concept. The theory of relativity, developed by Albert Einstein, introduced the idea that the passage of time can be affected by the presence of matter and energy, and that the fabric of space can be affected by the presence of mass and energy. In summary, time is a concept that measures the duration of events and their sequence, while space is the three-dimensional area where matter exists and events occur. Both time and space are considered independent dimensions and are intertwined in the concept of space-time.